Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sydney, and this is just a place where we can talk about things that I find are cool, wacky, interesting. So if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I've been talking about lots of different things. Ghosts, true crime. So I was browsing Reddit, as one does, and I came across a weird YouTube iceberg. And there was a lot of things that I had heard about and a lot of things that I didn't hear about. So I decided that we're going to take a deep dive into each tier of this iceberg and just go through different videos. I'll try to insert little clips of the videos here and there. I'll also link them in the description below so that you can follow along and watch the videos in their entirety if you choose to. Some of them are more disturbing than others, and other entries I decided to skip over if they're, not really fitting for the channel, things like that. But if you are interested in finding this iceberg, it is by, Gate 7. I'll also post their Reddit user down in the description below, of course. But without any further ado, let's get into tier 1 of the weird YouTube iceberg. I guess before we get too into the content, I'm just gonna put out a little disclaimer. A lot of the entries aren't, in my opinion, that bad, but there are some disturbing things that we are gonna talk about, come across. You might just wanna skip this video. I'll have others, of course, but I just want to put that out there right away. So viewer discretion is advised for this video. So in the first tier of this iceberg, we are going to be talking about the video Obey the Walrus. So this video features Sandy Crisp. She's walking around and dancing while the Itsy Bitsy Spider song plays backwards. Well, at first glance, it's actually really creepy. Knowing the backstory makes this video a lot more weird. So Sandy Crisp was and still is considered an icon in the trans community. Sandy Crisp was diagnosed with polio soon after she was born, and she actually came out as trans when she was 14 years old. She started her career right after she graduated from high school, and she's starred in many films, TV shows, music videos, things like that. She was also a celebrated drag queen and tap dancer, so she had a very accomplished and lengthy career. To see this video that somebody took of her doing her thing and turning it into something sinister just seems kind of wrong to me. So I understand why this video is on the weird YouTube iceberg, but at the same time, I don't really agree with the content. We're getting political, we're getting controversial right at the beginning of the video. This is how you know it's gonna be good. Next, we're gonna be talking about a classic. And this video scared the heebie-jeebies out of me from a very young age. I think it was like 11 when I first saw this video, and it literally scared the crap out of me. And that is I Feel Fantastic. This video is pretty mainstream. I'm pretty sure most of you have seen it, but if you haven't, go watch it. You'll be scared, I promise. So if you haven't seen it, it's basically like this very large mannequin robotic-like lady, and she's just singing about how she feels like super fantastic. She also states that you also feel fantastic, which is important to note. Another thing I will say is that she's wearing what looks to be a really comfy sweater, and I kind of want it. It then shifts to like this very random wooded area while the instrumental plays, and that just like sends shivers down my spine every time I watch it. Even like now when I watch it, I'm panicky about it. I don't know why. And if this is just what's in tier 1, I'm kind of nervous to see what are in the other tiers. So this is a channel, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm gonna put it on the screen, but I believe it's pronounced Cyrek. I'd actually never heard of this channel or these videos before I actually started researching for this iceberg, but these videos are trippy as fuck. Well, each video topic is always different. The editing skills are always so insane based on the videos that I watched anyway. For instance, in one video called Breakfast, Sarek takes a 1940s PSA about looking both ways before you cross the street, and he turned it into one of the coolest bops with this like amazing mix. So definitely, if you haven't heard of this channel, go check it out because there's so much cool content to dig into. It's 10 out of 10. So the next entry on this iceberg is YouTube for kids. And this topic is also known as Elsagate. It's kind of its more well-known term, I think. So the first media reporting of these strange videos happened in 2016. Parents started to become concerned about some of the channels and videos that their kids were watching, as they were including like sexual and really violent content. They were marketed towards children, very obviously. The thumbnails, the images, the characters were all towards children, but the content was something completely different. One of these channels that has since been taken down, to the best of my knowledge, is called Webs and Tiaras. For example, some of these titles, just to name a few, are called Frozen Elsa Gets Chicken Feet, Frozen Elsa Gets Brain Belly, whatever that means, Frozen Elsa and Anna Tear Spider-Man Apart, Evil Santa Kidnaps Elsa and Spider-Man, Frozen Elsa Flushes Spider-Man Down the Toilet. Also, in addition to channels like Webs and Tiaras, which used like live action characters, there were also a bunch of animated channels that were doing sort of the same thing. For example, one I saw, it was like Mickey and Minnie, and they have a kid, and the kid gets into like a bunch of really gruesome situations. For example, in one of the videos, the small mouse gets blown up. Well, another video depicts him getting crushed in an escalator, so yeah. So obviously this topic, we could talk about it forever, and I'm just touching on it a little bit because it's an entry in our iceberg, but the fact is, it is super weird that this is happening on YouTube. A lot of the channel's comments sections have been disabled, but I think that YouTube has started to crack down a little bit on these types of videos. Well, they're made for kids and, you know, are marketed towards kids. They are just probably not the content we want to be showing our younger generations. I love this one. We are going to be talking about Yelling Creature. This one is short, but it is oh so sweet. This video shows a creature, obviously, and he's just yelling at the camera for 7 seconds. No! 2006 horror, that is good stuff. Chef's kisses, I tell ya. Next, we're going to be talking about Web Diver's Torso channel. This channel was created in March of 2013, and it has videos ranging anywhere from 10 seconds up to 25 minutes. Most of these videos contain just a mixture of red and blue, different rectangles and other shapes moving around the screen while different like beeps and boops play. Although the uploads have become less and less frequent as the years have gone on, their most recent upload has been in 2021. At first, people thought that it could have been part of Cicada 3301, which was a series of different games and puzzles put out there to try to find the most intelligent people on the internet. It was revealed by YouTube that this was actually their channel, just to make sure that video quality was being maintained. It was more like just a channel for tests. After this reveal, there are actually a few videos around the channel that have different Easter eggs for viewers to find. There's a certain very memorable video. I'm going to put the title somewhere on the screen because there's no way that I'm going to be able to even pronounce that sort of kind of right. In the video, it traces an outline of Rick Astley. Once viewers found this Easter egg, this was YouTube's response. We're never going to give you uploading that's slow or loses video quality, and we're never going to let you down by playing YouTube in poor video quality. That's why we're always running tests like Web Diver's Torso. Iconic. So this is another really famous entry that I'm sure a lot of us have seen. We are going to be talking about Suicide Mickey. So if you haven't seen this video in a while, I'm just going to kind of run down a summary of events of what happened in this little short film. So the video opens with off-key music, and it shows Mickey in a black and white old style cartoon, and he's walking down the streets of what looks to be a rundown town. His head is down, his hands behind his back, and he is walking, unsmiling. At 1 minute and 10 seconds, the music finally switches over to static, and then finally at 1 minute and 50 seconds, it switches to sort of a record click, just like a At the 3-minute mark, the video cuts completely to black. After about a full minute, we cut back to the same scene. At about minute 5, the static and the clicking record player sounds turns into moans, and Mickey's smile turns from a frown to a very large, unnatural grin. The moans turn to screams and the background becomes more dark and dreary. The windows in the buildings are broken and fire seems to be escaping to the sky. Mickey's smile and his eyes become black. They look almost bloody. It's hard to tell because we are watching this in black and white, but it looks like blood. And the music and all the sounds become reversed. Mickey starts to run at a very fast, uncomfortable pace. It seems like he's almost tripping over his own feet, and then finally he falls and dies. We then cut to an image of what seems to be a demon-like creature before it all fades to black. The creepypasta that I'm pretty sure inspired this video talks about a lost episode of the Mickey Mouse cartoon produced by Disney. The employees watched a bit of this video but became too scared, so they tasked a different employee with watching the entire video alone. After this employee emerged from the room, he said, "Real suffering is not known," before grabbing the security guard's gun and taking his own life. After this incident, it's said that the employees spread the cartoon around YouTube before it was ultimately taken down. This video that we are watching is just a recreation. Now, I remember watching this as a kid, and it's really creepy, especially when you don't realize that it's just obviously like a creepypasta. It's made up, it's fake, and it's actually really impressive when you think about the creator who actually made this video. It's iconic. Everybody knows about Suicide Mouse. I don't really have much to say about that. It's just creepy. It's good horror. It makes you scared. That's for sure. It makes you scared. Well, guys, that is the first tier of the Weird YouTube Iceberg. If you'll notice, I skipped a lot of the videos in the first tier just because I don't think that they're actually that weird or strange or creepy. I took the creative liberty of just cutting those videos out because I don't want to waste your guys' time. I want to show you the best of the best weird YouTube content that I could find and that there is. I'm really interested in diving really deep into the weird side of the YouTube, the creepy side of YouTube. If you guys are interested in this and you want to see more, let me know. I'm gonna keep doing the Iceberg either way. So if that kind of content is not your cup of tea, don't worry, I will have other videos sprinkled throughout. So I will be back next week with tier 2 of the Weird YouTube Iceberg. But until then, I hope you guys have a great day, that you are getting outside, enjoying that nice weather. It's finally getting warmer where I live, so I hope you guys are getting out there and enjoying the beautiful spring weather. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.